So God bless you and thank you for joining me today. It is Courage Monday. So the little post-it says April 5th, 2021. This is the date that this was given to me. Now, what you need to know is that my previous employer, they were not doctors. They were not nurse practitioners. They had nothing to do with the medical field, but this was passed out in an attempt to get people to get in line for something that they felt we all needed. Now, I'm not going to read any of that on there. You can see there is a company, a medical provider at the top that this was printed from, but this is what was given to me. The very first thing says, in terms of a myth about it, was that it was rushed and isn't safe. So the very first time that there was a person who tested positive was January 20th of 2020. And the very first person who got the sort of jab in the arm, let's say, was December 14th of 2020. So less than a year later is when the first one was given. And now this is all according to the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. I do know some nurses who state that they believe it was here in the fall previous to that, but this was the first test positive and the first jab in the arm, not even a year later. So when was any other sort of jab in the arm? What was the schedule for the fastest turnaround? So before that, it was mumps. It took about 4 years. So when a medical provider says it was rushed, that's a myth, I am able to ascertain and make my own deductive reasoning skills and use my own logic to think that less than a year, in my opinion, I think that is. So just because a medical provider piece of paper was passed out to me stating this makes it okay, then therefore I should just comply with everything they say. You know, what happened to the My Body, My Choice that we hear from pro-death abortionists? What happened to that? So I digress a little, but the point is that there will be something else that is probably coming towards you, something else that they will want you to have because they think that this is what you need. And you are a smart, logical person, and you are able to make up your own mind and make your own decision with your doctor, not because a piece of paper says it. So what kind of truth do you care about? I care about the truth of God's word. John 17:17 says this, sanctify them in the truth, your word is truth. So that is the truth that I want to believe, what God says in his word. And just because somebody gave me a piece of paper from an employer, from a medical provider who made this statement, I can do my own research on whether or not I think something was rushed through the market. And I do not need a piece of paper to tell me something what I already know. That for me, in my opinion, a less than 12-month time period to me, that seems awfully quick. So the rest of it to me doesn't even matter what it says, because if they state that it wasn't quick, in my opinion, it is, given the technology we've had previous. So there will be something else that will be pushed at you. There will be something else, who knows what it is, that they're going to think that you need, and they're going to try to tell you that you need it. Mark of the beast, perhaps, coming at some point. So we need to just always be on guard and make decisions that are best for us, between us and our doctor, and not because it's a piece of paper given to you by an employer who isn't even in the health industry. Armor up, we ride at dawn. May God bless you as always. Have a great day.